Hi, this is Kevin Deal from Upscale Audio, and today we're going to talk about the Rega Planar 6. I love this turntable. This actually belongs to a customer. So why did I drag it over here? In fact, if it's been purchased by somebody, why is it even out of the box? Because we check every turntable that goes out of here. If you talk about cartridges being mounted from the factory or being set up from the factory, that's all fine and dandy. At Upscale Audio, we don't trust them. I will say that Rega does do an amazing job, but I don't care what brand it is. It needs to be checked because I don't know if your standards are going to be as exacting, or I don't know if you even know what to look for the way that my employees do. So I've got three people over here. I got Kat, Ken, and Sean. They're the best people that I could steal in the industry, and all they do is build turntables to perfection. And I've told them, I don't care what tool you want, I will pay for it. I want to make sure it's perfect because I don't care how much money you spend on this turntable. If it's not set up right, it's not going to sound right. And so we're pretty wound up about that stuff. Every table gets checked. Every table is going to be built, checked, make sure that's right, repackaged, and then sent to you to make sure you don't have any problems. So the Planar 6 is a great turntable. It's kind of funny because their thinking is a little bit different than some manufacturers that believe in great big heavy platters and heavy plinths and all that. They don't believe in that because they think that it stores base energy. And so I'm not going to go on the right side or the wrong side of that. All I care about is, does the turntable perform? And the Planar 6 absolutely does perform. It comes with a 24-volt AC motor, and that's kind of cool because AC motors are cogless. They don't have any problems, but then AC motors, they can be affected by line voltage, and that's why it comes with this. Ta-da! The neon PSU, and this PSU has been tuned to this motor. The beauty of it is the speed is going to be absolutely perfect without regard to line fluctuations in your home, and that's really, really, really super important. Another thing that's cool about this turntable is if we lift this up, we're going to see, ta-da, a glass platter, and it's not just any glass platter. If you just look at it in a picture, you wouldn't notice that the mass of the glass is on the outside edge. So it's a little bit thinner glass on the inside, and then it's thicker glass on the outside. And the reason that they do that is think about wheels, right? Think about wheels, spinning inertia. In a sports car, you're always trying to reduce spinning inertia because you just want to get rid of weight, right? But in a turntable, you're looking for that. So that's why this platter is made that way. You'll also notice that it's sitting on a machined aluminum sub platter. Many turntables in this price range are going to have a plastic sub platter, and I like that. So it's not going to change with time. I mean, I think it just feels nicer, and they don't get warped. We don't seem to have that problem with these. And I'm going to say we've had that problem with other brands of turntables. That's why we check every table that goes out. Because if there's an issue with that platter, we're not going to send it to you. It's going back to the manufacturer. I'm not going to get into the bearing. It's got a terrific bearing. Apparently there's a patent pairing on a sub bearing here. That's fabulous. I think the next thing to talk about is the tone arm. This is the RB330. It is like the standard for just a bitchin' tone arm. And the thing that I know about it, and the thing that my employees love about it, is you are going to get a long life out of your cartridge by using this tone arm. It is absolutely super, super easy on cartridges, super easy on cantilevers. Diamonds don't wear out as quick, and I mean, everybody knows that's what Rega, that's their secret sauce, is their tone arms. And I have to say, I was talking to my employees about it. I go, do you guys, and Kat, and a lot of people, now you bought stuff from Kat, she goes, man, I just love their tone arms. The other thing she loves about them is they have a captive RCA cable, and for whatever reason, look, I'm just going to lay it out to you. You know, whenever somebody buys a turntable, we have to work with them and we have to explain to them that sometimes grounding the table can be a little bit nebulous. And that sometimes you have to fiddle, maybe taking a wire and attaching it right here to the sub chassis, da-da-da-da. You know, there's little things that you have to do to get rid of the hum. Well, we never seem to have that problem with Regas. And Kat loves that because it reduces the number of phone calls of customers that get wound up and they think something's broken when it's not broken. You just have to get the grounding right. Now you can buy it without a cartridge for $15.95. You can buy it with the exact two for another $400, and that's a $600 cartridge, so you save $200. That's a moving magnet cartridge, and the beauty of moving magnets is they'll work with about any phono stage out there, and they have a user replaceable stylus. This particular example is the Anya, and the Anya is an $800 cartridge, moving coil, and you save $200 by buying it with the turntable. So people go, well, our moving coil cartridge is better. Well, yeah, but I don't poo-poo moving magnet. And I certainly don't poo-poo moving iron because like Soundsmith cartridges are badass. So I'm not like moving coil good, moving magnet bad. I don't get into that camp. The cartridge is the cartridge. The thing you got to remember with the Anya is it has 0.35 millivolts out. That's kind of a low output moving coil. So you got to make sure you got a reasonably good phono stage for it, and you also need to make sure that it's got 100 ohms of loading. And almost every phono stage that has a moving coil setting is going to have 100 ohms. That's kind of the default. But 0.35 is a little bit lower. You're going to need about 60 dB of gain, depending on the rest of your system as a minimum with the Anya, maybe 65. If you don't have enough gain, then you're going to have to turn up your preamp more, and then, you know, noise issues can arise. So my employees will advise you on that. But what happens if you don't want either of those cartridges? Buy it for $15.95. We have a package price on any cartridge you want. You want a Hana, you want a Soundsmith, you want a Kaseki, whatever your little heart desires, we will help you with that. And we're going to mount it for you. Make sure that it's perfect. The VTA on this tone arm is done with spacers. So when we're using Rega cartridges, it's always going to be perfect. If we're using another cartridge, maybe we have to make little adjustments for you, but we're going to take care of that. The plinth is a sandwich plinth. They have a new finish now, and it's kind of nice because it's a satin finish, and it's supposed to be scratch resistant, and that's nice because I like my things to look nice years and years and years later. I'm kind of a fingerprint freak. You know, that's why I can't own a black sports car. The car I'm driving today is dark blue, and it drives me crazy. What else do I need to tell you about? Oh, it comes with a bitch and dust cover. You got to keep in mind that some turntables don't come with them at all. This is a very nice dust cover that this one comes with, but we wanted to leave it in the package for the customer. So look, Regas are fabulous. They always work well. And Kat said it when I go, what is it you like the best about them? And she said, no drama. Right? Customers get them, especially after we check them and confirm everything. They plug them in and they go. Rock your world. So look, go to our website. I want you to know that we have people that only work in that space. We sell more turntables than anybody in the country, for sure. And if you're buying a different cartridge, you can't just say, oh, I want to buy a moving coil cartridge and I want to spend $5,000. You got to think about whether or not it's going to work with your phono stage. We'll go over all of that with you. That's what my employees do. And they're not on commission, so they're not going to try to sell you something. Go to our website, come to our beautiful, massive store. We stock all of this stuff, so you don't have to wait. You can have it today. We'll rock your world. Thanks for shopping Upscale Audio.